When exactly are you planning on moving out of here? We've been patient, but it's about time you started thinking about moving out, isn't it? You've been holed up in that room there forever. Isn't it time you got out on your own?
What's it to you? I'm not disturbing anyone. And I'm not planning to move out. This is my house. I have more right to be here than you do, that's for sure. Take a chill pill, will ya?
It's your parents' house, to be more accurate.
Not exactly. But I pay my share and my parents are happy to live here with me. I cook and clean and mostly stay in my room. We have dinner together, but that's about it. Everyone just goes about their own business.
Are you even a little embarrassed to be still living at home at your age? And you never go out. It's like you're allergic to sunlight. Like a vampire or something. Wait, are you a vampire?
I work from home, so I don't need to go out. I'm not planning to live here forever. I'm in transition at the moment. Just weighing up my options.
Transitioning from your room to the refrigerator and back. It's not like shutting yourself away from society is a human right or anything.
It's not against the law either.
It's the truth, though. You never go out. You just stay shut in your room all day. Don't your parents ever say anything?
What's it to you? I know what you are doing. You and my brother just decided to live here and you want me out. Am I right?
I have no idea what you are talking about. But I suppose you don't like dealing with me because I'm your sister-in-law, right?
No, that is irrelevant. It's just that your way of thinking doesn't match mine at all.
It's kind of pathetic that someone of your age would still be living at home, though. Don't you think?
No, my parents appreciate having me here. I do more than my fair share of housework and contribute in other ways, too.
You are awfully confident for someone in your situation. Don't you feel that life is passing you by? Have you ever even been out of the country? The state?
I still don't see what this has to do with you. It's just a feeble attempt to get me to move out. Why is it pathetic that I'm living with my parents, but it's perfectly okay for you and my brother to move in? Huh? You're full of it. You couldn't even come up with a half-believable story. Heck, if you just told the truth and discussed it honestly, I might even have listened. Anyway, it all boils down to the same thing. I live at home with my parents, or my brother does.
We are doing it for the welfare of your parents. We only have their interests at heart. They aren't getting any younger. At least someone is taking their responsibilities seriously.
Really?
Yes. When you think about what kind of care they will eventually require, it makes sense that your brother and I move in. It will give them peace of mind knowing we are always there for them. So, with huge personal sacrifice, we decided to do the right thing.
Fantastic, Erica. You really are a true humanitarian. Up there with the likes of Mother Teresa.
Well, yes, I do try to follow her teachings. But you can't get by without your mommy and daddy's help, can you? You're helpless without them, right?
And we're back. Mother Teresa 1 minute, cold hard Erica the next.
At your age, you really should get out and see the world. Live on your own for a while and experience independence. The world isn't such a scary place when you pluck up the courage to get out in it. You've never done anything, so how do you know you won't like being out in the big wide world? You could get a place nearby as a first step. That way, you'd be on your own, but mom and dad will always be close at hand.
I don't know why you formed that opinion of me, but I can function on my own, you know. I don't set the place on fire every time my parents go away for the weekend.
I will say you have somehow managed to learn to cook. But that's not all there is to life. What about general life skills? Do you have a driver's license, for example? I've never seen you drive. What about a boyfriend? A girlfriend? Damn. Do you even have friends? I'm I'm guessing you just take contact with other humans except your mom and dad. It's pathetic, Andrea.
I've told you before. I can work from home. I may be home all day, but I'm not just lazing around. I don't know how many times I've told you that. And how about you? You aren't working at the moment, are you? If my brother wasn't supporting you, I doubt you'd be able to make it on your own. Pot calling the kettle black, no?
What? Don't you get all high and mighty on me. You hermit. You're just like that old dude on TV the other day. The man that lived in a cave for 80 years. It's just that your bedroom is your cave.
Do you ever listen to anything people say? You can scroll up on this chat and read it again if you need to. I'm not in my room all day because I have an allergy, or I'm scared, or I'm antisocial. Work is really busy and I have to be at my computer for long hours every day.
If and when I want to work, it's no problem at all. I can work whenever I want to. I don't have to explain anything to you.
Ooh, touchy.
I'm not like you.
You accused me of having no life skills, but you can't even do housework, can you? Doesn't my brother clean up after you all the time? And he cooks. And does the washing. You look down on me, but damn, it's kind of insulting, considering who's giving the insults. You are basically helpless without Michael. Do you really think you are qualified to be giving critiques of people's lifestyles?
We aren't talking about me. You're a useless layabout. What do they call people like you? Neats. No education, employment, or training. Just pack your things and get out. We don't want you here.
Damn, Erica! Sit down, scroll up. Everything you need to know is written above. There's no use trying to explain to you. Ask my brother. He knows what I do.
At least I'm married. What are you? Just a burden on your poor family. I feel sorry for your parents. They would have been looking forward to a peaceful retirement, but with you around, they won't be getting much peace.
A burden? Have you really not heard anything from your parents? Or my brother? Your husband? Do you even talk to him?
I don't need to hear anything about you. I know exactly what you are. Freeloading layabout. It's clear to see. You have no ambitions, no desire, no dreams. Just sponging off your family like it was your God-given right. Well, some of us need a place to live and get on with life.
In other words, you haven't heard anything. Oblivious to the reality going on right in front of you. They say ignorance is bliss, but I'm not feeling it from you. It would seem ignorance leads to arrogance, and then probably high blood pressure. I'm picturing your face now all red and twisted. And dear Erica, it would seem you are just taking this as far as your imagination will allow. Which, let's be honest, probably isn't that far. But you've reached the conclusion that I am a lazy freeloader. But that couldn't be further from the truth.
What am I so mistaken about? Go on then. Enlighten me.
Ready to listen, finally?
Listen to what? That you are a parasite and everyone knows it except me? Well, let me tell you. I know. I've known from the first time I caught sight of you slinking back to your room after you'd raided the refrigerator. There's no confusion here. Now get out!
It's not up to you to decide who comes and goes. You don't have any power over those kinds of decisions.
I will decide. I already have. You're nothing but a burden on everyone. Get out!
Who's everyone? It sounds like this is you and only you doing the deciding.
Me and my husband and his parents. All you can do is cook. You don't have anything else to contribute. Once you leave, I'll have my mother-in-law do the cooking. See? We don't need you at all.
Ah, You don't plan to have a go then? It's pretty easy once you learn a few basic dishes. Anyone can do it. Even you. Anyway, I'm flat out busy at the moment, so I have to get back to work.
Oh, how convenient. Is your favorite daytime drama about to start? How long are you going to keep this pretense up? I bet you were just staring at YouTube all day.
Hey! Don't come barging into my room either, okay? I'm working. Later, crazy.
You've been going out quite a bit lately. What's up? Did you finally get over your fear of the outside world?
I was away on business. I had something that needed to be done in person.
Don't act all important. A business trip? Oh, did you go in your private jet? I know you. A business trip. More like you were spending your parents' money on a shopping trip.
No, but you never believe a word I say, so feel free to conjure up any story you like. What do you want?
We all moved out. Good luck on your own.
What? What does that mean?
While you were away, we all moved to a big house nearby. It's about time the mooch got her life together and stood on her own 2 feet. That place was rented, apparently. Will you be able to pay the rent by yourself? Oh, you might have to go out into the world and get a real job. You can have what's left of the furniture.
What are you going on about? The whole family moved? Including my mother and father.
Of course. What else did you think whole family meant?
A big house nearby? What are you talking about? What big house?
I didn't know your family had a whole other house. We all moved in there. So you'll be left on your own. Sorry. But look on the bright side. You'll be forced to become independent now. It will be good for you in the long run.
And my parents just happily went along with it? That doesn't sound like them.
Yes, they did. I persuaded everyone that it would be the best for the whole family. Excluding you, of course. Once I had convinced them, they were happy to make the move.
That house. Did you think you could just move on in?
Yeah. A few things changed while you were off wasting your mother and father's money. We are cutting ties with you, you bum. Good luck on your own.
Got it. I'll just go about my life as I please then. I'll try not to get in your way. Sound good?
Make sure you do stay out of the way then. I hope I never have to see you or speak to you again. I've never seen such a lazy parasite as you in my life. Just thinking about you saps my motivation to do any housework.
Super convenient. But if that is how you feel, I shall respect your decision. It's too late for regrets. You gave me plenty of warning. I understand now. Thank you, Erica, for helping me see it from your point of view.
What? Yes. Good.
Right. Okay then. Bye-bye. Have a nice life.
What the hell is going on? What have you done, Andrea?
Oh, Erica, how nice to hear from you. How can I be of assistance?
We are being evicted. We had a notice last week, which we ignored, of course. Now there is a huge man at the door telling us we have until tomorrow to get out. The letter was signed by you, but I thought it was someone playing a trick on us.
No, it's completely correct. Have you started packing?
What?
Well, it's my house. Bought and paid for.
But that's impossible. What's going on?
Possible. I bought that place in my own name. I've had it for quite a while. It's a mystery to me why you thought it was okay to just go ahead and move in. Didn't my brother or parents tell you? Anyway, I've called the police, so you'd better get out. You can't have settled in yet, so it will be easy to chuck things together.
What the hell is going on, Andrea? How in the world can you have bought a house when you are unemployed and mooching off your parents?
That's where you have just gone and imagined things. Imagined completely wrong, too, I might add. I tried to tell you so many times. Pack up and get out. Best be quick before the cops arrest you for squatting.
You didn't give me the most important information. You deceived me.
On the contrary, you idiot. I tried to tell you. It's in our text history, plain and simple.
You're the one who's plain and simple.
Ah, God. It's like talking to an animal. No, it's a lot easier talking to an animal.
Just tell me how you managed to buy a house. You didn't even take out a loan.
I don't have a credit history. I've never needed a loan, so the bank wouldn't give me a loan. Funny how that works.
Just tell me. I bet you used your parents' money. That's why they haven't kept much of an inheritance for me, Michael.
I'm an investor. Things were going well, so I bought the house. Better than keeping the cash in the bank earning no interest.
An investor?
Yep. A few years back, I put every last cent into a friend from university startup. I 1,000 times my money. Cashed out, bought that house, and bought a bunch of high-dividend stocks with the rest. It's more than enough to live on. Now I just spend what I need and put what's left back into those stocks. I can't spend enough. It just keeps growing. Anyway, you'd better get out before the police come and remove you. Oh, and by the way, I've decided to rent out the family home so you won't be able to come back here. If you've left anything here, you'd better come and get it. I've told them they can chuck out anything they don't want. You've got until the end of the month to get what you need.
I still don't understand. What are you saying?
Are you really that stupid? It's a miracle you've made it this far. I don't see what my brother saw in you. You don't understand anything, do you? I'm beginning to understand why you've never had a job. You can't do or understand anything.
You said you were an investor? Start there. I don't understand that.
Google it. You can read, can't you? I make a living through investments in real estate. The house you thought was Michael's family home is my house. A few years ago, my parents were having financial troubles. We sold the family house and I let them live here with me. So the deal is that we all live together and they don't have to pay rent. If they don't want to live with me anymore, then I'm going to rent it out. And I definitely don't want to live with you and Michael.
So we're being kicked out of this beautiful place and we can't go back to the old place?
Yep. You don't have anywhere to go.
Are you serious? You do that to your own family?
I don't know why you just assumed I was living here and being supported by my parents. In reality, it's the opposite. I think you'll find my parents were assuming you were going to pay the rent in the new place.
So they are relying on us to support them?
It would have been nice for that to have happened. That was the intention, right? They thought you'd look after them and you thought they'd look after you. You're all idiots. What a complete lack of communication.
When I saw how lovely the house was, I just assumed they were loaded.
It's my house. I'm planning on renting that place out too. You need to get out or there will be big problems. Is Bruno still standing on the porch? Shall I call him and tell him to go ahead and ramp up the persuasion?
No, please don't do that. I'm trying to wrap my head around what's happening.
Oh, Bruno is very good at wrapping people's heads around things. I'll give him a call.
No! Wait!
You see, my parents just got into the habit of thinking what was mine was theirs. It just became a bit much. I think the sudden release from the burden of debt went to their heads. Oh well, good luck with everything. My parents are terrible with money, but they are nice people at heart. I'm sure everything will work out with the four of you.
So they have no house and are shouldered with debt? What's the debt for? Your father still works.
Dad's salary mostly goes on paying back the loans he took out when he was younger.
So how have they survived this long?
Damn, Erica. Does your brain function at all? Of course I have been supporting them. My house and my money was keeping them afloat. You moved in here without even asking me, then complained about me being here. Then you just moved into the other place. I think there is something seriously wrong with you, Erica.
Well, I didn't know the full story. Nobody told me. How was I to know? Your brother didn't say a word. I just thought your parents were really wealthy.
Take a look around you. My dad drives a car that's only held together by his willpower to salvage some shred of pride from his humiliating fall into debt. Have you noticed my mother never buys clothes? No, you wouldn't have noticed. You aren't very capable of noticing others, are you? Even if I forcibly put money in my mother's hand, she refuses to buy anything but the bare essentials. She feels like she has to punish herself for what happened. They are deeply ashamed of having to rely on their daughter for help. So when you suggested you all move out, they would have viewed that as a chance to move the burden from me to somebody else.
I still don't get it.
You should have seen the way they used money before it all turned to crap. Mom had the most amazing jewelry collection. That all had to be sold at the pawn shop. I'll take them in again, I guess. They're my parents, after all. Good luck with Michael.
Wait a minute. He has loans to repay too. There's no way he can afford to pay rent. And we don't have any savings. Can you let us come back to your place? We can't shoulder any more debt.
Yes, it must be tough being a one-income family. You were telling me that all I could do was cook, and that wasn't enough life experience. How about you start learning to cook? It's a great way to keep costs down. Just buy what you need and make sure you use it all. There are plenty of websites with suggestions on how to live on a $100 a week budget.
I can't cook. I can hardly make toast. Oh, I thought I'd hit the jackpot. A beautiful house, rich in-laws. I could finally relax and enjoy being a full-time housewife.
The lack of communication between you lot is outstanding. Do you ever talk to my brother at all? Have you ever sat down with my parents and tried to get to know them?
I didn't have time.
Oh, well, maybe you'll learn a lesson here. You've lost what little you had, and it serves you right. You'll just have to roll up your sleeves and get a job. Fancy that. Erica working for the first time in her life. Ha ha! In the end, Erica and the others had to get out of the house Andrea owned. They tried to go back to the house Erica thought was the family home, but Andrea already had tenants move in, so they had nowhere to go. They all begged Andrea to let them back into one of her houses, but she blocked their phone numbers and cut off all ties. Andrea herself moved into a stylish new condo in the city and, of course, didn't tell them her new address. Erica had no option but to accept responsibility for her mother and father-in-law. She also had to start working for the first time in her life. But the debt never seems to decrease. Andrea's father retired soon after these events. Well, it was mandatory retirement. So the total family income shrunk again. Andrea, on the other hand, decided to hand over some of the management of her assets to a real estate company to give herself more free time. She's now enjoying life to its fullest. She never has to work again unless she wants to. Her money does the work and she lives off the profits. The real estate company takes care of her properties, but she sometimes shows up to do a little light gardening around the gardens. She probably should have done it a lot sooner. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!